So it's been a while. I know a couple months back I said I was going to be going to bi-weekly videos, and that did not happen. But there is a reason for that, and that's what we're going to be getting into today. Also, I'm going to be responding to some comments from my videos. So let's get to it.
What up, Liz?
Before we get into the video, I just want to announce that I have a new single coming out on September 24th. It's called Pressure Point. It's your instrumental single. You can pre-save it in the link below, and I'm gonna do a few videos kind of talking about the process of making that and some things moving forward. So just be on the lookout for that, and you'll get more details when it comes out about some other stuff surrounding it. This is the artwork if you care about it. I haven't done this intro in so long, I suck at it. What's up? I'm Nazario. On this channel, I explore music business, tech, and creation. And today, we're not doing any of that. If you've been following my channel, then you probably know that I've been going through some crazy things in my life, just big life changes and all that stuff. So back in July, I said that I was gonna be going to bi-weekly videos. That was kind of to help out with the crazy schedule that I was about to be getting into, and it didn't help. So I basically didn't post at all throughout August, except for like the first week, I think, maybe. But there was a reason that that happened. I got married. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. I'm gonna post a photo of my wedding here because I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm excited. So putting that out there. With my wedding coming up, things were just super crazy, and it was hard for me to shoot videos and also be preparing in those last few weeks before the wedding for the wedding. So I just didn't post, which is fine. I mean, there's plenty of other content you can watch on YouTube, so it doesn't really matter if I'm posting, you'll watch something else. I'm just now getting back into the swing of things, which is gonna be messed up again by my honeymoon, but whatever. We're just gonna keep on moving business as usual for now, for the time being. So with all that stuff going on, it was really crazy and it was hard for me to make videos, but I still tried to respond to comments as I could, and that gave me an idea. Today, we're gonna be looking at comments from 3 of my videos. So the 3 videos that I'm gonna be responding to comments from are my Truth About Record Deal Advances video, my studio tour video that I did, and also my comparison video of the Scarlett 2i2 and the Apollo Twin. So some of these are like legit questions that might take a long time to explain, and I just realized I did not do any research before answering these questions, so we're just gonna see how that goes. There's a fly in here. Anyways, back to the task at hand. I'm gonna try to just look at the camera and not be looking around for the comments. Blah, 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 blah. This one comes from Marcus Leon. I'm sorry, but this guy's math is terribly off. After they recoup the $160,000, everything else will be split accordingly to the deal. So I'm not sure which section specifically Marcus is referring to, or you're referring to, Marcus. But yeah, my math is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Math is not my favorite subject. I hate math. I can do it sometimes. I remember when I made this video, I realized I made the mistake and I just left it in because I thought it was funny and I thought it was authentic, because in reality, if you're talking to me in real life and I start doing math, I might mess up and then have to go back and correct it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know the numbers I was using because those were all just figurative numbers that I was just kind of pulling out of thin air based off of a little bit of research I had been doing. So yeah, the next comment comes from Sabrina Broscom. Why you gotta pay it back if they give it to you? Please forgive me for making you sound super corny, Sabrina. That's just how I sound when I talk. When record labels are signing you and they're giving you that advance, the easiest way to think about that advance is kind of like a loan. But in reality, they're basically giving you money for things that you haven't done yet. And they do that to help you pay for the product that they're expecting you to sell to make back that money. That is a weird circle, and I hope that makes sense. The first comment comes from FDOS Media. I fuck with the setup, but you should definitely invest in some acoustic panels and not the foam ones from Amazon. I say either self-build them for the cheap, or if you want something really good quality panels, try Gig acoustic panels. That's what I invested my money in, and it's not only improved the outcome of my mixes and beats, but putting all that money into studio monitors and not treating your room defeats the purpose you bought them for. Good sound quality, it will help tons. Yeah, F-Dose is actually like 100% correct. I don't have acoustic panels in here yet. I'm actually planning on building some at some point in time. It all just comes down to money at this point in time. I'm just working on putting some money together so I can do that. But I have started amassing the tools so I can do that. Hence, these that I just bought. The next question comes from Virgil Stanford. What kind of desk or table are you using on the right side of your setup where your camera is? Thanks for the tour. First of all, you're welcome for the tour. I don't know why I'm pointing, but I am, so whatever. I got this desk from Home Depot when I moved to Atlanta. I think it was Home Depot or Office Max or something like that. I will find out what the desk is and I will put it in the link in the description below. If you want like a desk tour or something more specific to the desk, either one, then you can definitely put that in the comments below, and if I get enough comments, then I will consider doing it. This comment comes from Skyzoo. Hi, I have the Scarlett 2i2 paired with Yamaha's HS8 with the HS8S sub. I'm a beat maker, so what do you think is the best for me? The RME Babyface Pro FS or the Apollo Twin? So first of all, I've never heard of the RME Babyface Pro FS, so I'm about to look that up real quick. Babyface Pro FS, okay. Oh, is that what that thing is called? Okay. So I've seen this thing before, but I've never actually like used one. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really like recommending products that I've never used before. I'm looking at it right now and it seems dope, but I've never used it, so I can't really speak on the quality of it. I would definitely do some more research outside of looking at me for your input on this product, because I haven't used it before. If you're just making beats, you probably don't even need the Apollo Twin in reality, or either of these. It's not necessarily gonna make your beats any better. It's really just a device that gets the audio from the computer to the speakers. If you want one of them, you can go ahead and get one. I can't really recommend which one to get. I know I personally like the Apollo Twin. I have the MK2 model, but yeah, it's really up to you. This comment comes from Friend Gauge Shotgun 416 SBA. Absolutely no comparison. If you're serious about music, get the UAD. The conversion, headroom, and depth is so far ahead, even a Silverface Mark I will change your life. If you are really on a budget, get a Behringer UMC or Audient. I don't 100% agree with this comment. Whatever you have access to, use that and make the best music that you can make. I always go to the example of Steve Lacy. If you don't know who he is a guitarist and producer. So he's done production for The Internet, the band, not just general The Internet. He's also done production for Kendrick Lamar, and he also does his own music. His entire first EP was virtually recorded entirely on his iPhone, using an iRig to record his guitar and bass, and just recording his vocals into his iPhone microphone. A regular person listening to it would never know that he recorded that on an iPhone. So while I do agree that there are some benefits to having a UAD, if you don't have the money to even afford one of those other ones that was recommended, or even a 2i2, just use what you have and make the best music you can, and eventually you can upgrade. All right, so this is gonna be the last comment that we're reading. This last one comes from Sean Black. Great info, bro. Quick question. Have you found a sweet spot level when recording vocals on the Apollo Twin Mark 11, but I think he means Mark 2. I have the Apollo Twin Mark 2 as well, but I'm not getting that clean vocal quality that people talk about. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm recording raw vocals, no plugins. Any tips will be great, thank you. The reason I saved this comment to the last is because I'm actually gonna share my screen real quick so I can show you what I generally do when I'm recording audio into my Apollo Twin. The first thing that I want to kind of talk about in regards to that question is, what does it mean to have a clean audio signal? That's kind of subjective, so I'm not 100% certain what you mean. So I can kind of just show you how I record. So right now I'm in Ableton Live right here. So this is the actual audio that I'm recording right now. And then right here is my console plugin. And as you can see, I actually don't record with any plugins. I have my volume or my decibels set to about 26 decibels right here with phantom power. Something else that I do is I have a dynamic microphone, which I can do a video on this later, but dynamic microphones tend to be less sensitive than condenser microphones. Condenser microphones are kind of like the ones that you see in most studios. For example, the Neumann TLM103 or something like that. That's a condenser microphone, whereas the SM7B is a dynamic microphone. I kind of went with a dynamic microphone for my setup because, like I said before, I'm not really recording in a treated room. So I figured it would be more efficient if I had a dynamic microphone versus a condenser microphone. I think that a good rule of thumb is to try to get to about -12 decibels or 12 decibels. It depends on what interface you're looking at. This signal right here is pretty healthy for it to fall around like 12 decibels. That gives me enough headroom to be able to add any plugins, compressors, or anything like that on there without it getting into the red or distorting or anything. But it's not quiet enough that if I add them on, I'm not going to get a lot of the room noise. And you can even see in like the size of these audio files, of these waves, of the waveform, if that's what you want to call it, that I'm not really even getting close to clipping or anything like that. If I jump over here, I'm still once again hitting about 12, and I don't have any plugins, so I don't think it's necessarily not recording with plugins. It could just be the fact that you aren't EQing. It could have a lot to do with the microphone and the quality of the microphone. It's really just hard to answer the question in general without knowing everything about your setup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely leave a comment, because I'm gonna try to do more of these more often so I don't have to go through 2 or 3 years worth of videos to get comments. So leave a comment about your thoughts on this, if you liked it, if you hated it, if you think I should do some more. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I have a new instrumental single coming out next Friday, which is the 24th. It is called Pressure Point. You can pre-save it in the link below, or wait till it comes out and listen to it. It's your choice. Until next week, see ya, and I need a new outro because it's been a while since I came up with a cool outro. So go team, and yeah, see you next video.